And here we go. Let's do this.
In the world of professional golf, there exists
Ooh, I'm going for that cup.
Club filled with legends.
Put my name on the wall. Get my jacket. Yeah.
A club where membership is earned through time, sweat, dedication. This week, 50 players will gain entry to this exclusive fellowship. The top 25 from the regular season have already secured their spots. Others will have to wait another day. Who will be next to join the likes of
me? I'll be next.
Grant Snedeker and Keegan Bradley as the next great Web.com Tour graduate. EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present opening round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Getting set now for first round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. This is the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. And Frank, this is always a pressure-packed environment.
It is, but also a chance to see the raw talent that'll be on display for many a year. And at this tender stage, these players are powerful, talented, and often brilliant.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you do.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. So continues to play some solid golf.
Yeah, so often, Rich, we focus at the very top of the leaderboard. Really, there's so much talent and depth in this championship.
Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the lean tee shot. That takes the trees on the left out of play, and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
How's the stream done?
Tug that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price, because that rough is fairly thick. And it is not looking like a good lie. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And so just getting started, even par so far. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
Yeah, you really break this green up into 3 portions. Front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge. That's an absolute beauty. Second shot. Not a problem there, Rich. Even par currently.
Wow, I thought he made that. Not used to seeing that. Going to drop a shot at the third. He needs this for bogey. That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. So just a formality here. So 2 over par for the round. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. Frank, what have you seen in the early going from our featured golfer?
A little bit of a struggle, unsurprisingly, really. Rich, just a little messy. This wasn't to be expected. Time to sort of tighten all the screws there, have a rethink, and try and put some red numbers on the board.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, the second here at the 4th is a dangerous.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is...
Frank, sadly, I've been there too often. In the water, you get down on yourself. What's the right way to...
But the big thing now is to avoid 2 in a row.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. This scorecard is quickly adding up.
This is a good-sized putt, 27 feet away. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's messy. That's a double bogey. Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole that just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
This is the second shot at the par 4. Headed for the bunker? Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Okay, a bunker shot here. Shot the pros really like. The amateurs, they don't like it as much. Pretty good shot right there. About 15 feet from the hole.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. And that'll wrap up the first round. We saw some good golf today, Frank, but some others, they got off to a slow start.
Yeah, and I don't really know how to explain why. Maybe lack of practice rounds, maybe not enough time on the golf course. Regroup tomorrow and put up a show just to make the cut.